Hi, this is Mike Philippov from PracticeGuitarNow.com, and in this quick tip video I'm going to show you one common problem that I see very often in guitar players' picking hand that prevents them from improving their picking technique and building speed specifically. I'm going to show you a close-up demonstration of this problem, and then I'm going to show you how simple it is to just solve it and instantly improve your guitar playing after just a few weeks of implementing the new solution into your playing.
The problem is caused by the lack of economy of motion in the picking hand, and specifically it's caused during the follow-through that happens after each note. What's supposed to happen is that after you play, let's say, a downstroke, the pick simply moves in a straight line down and is now in between the low E and the A strings, and it's ready to either go back and play an upstroke on the low E string or to continue playing on the A string. And then the same thing happens when you play an upstroke. The pick moves in a straight line up. But the problem is when the pick does not move in a straight line, and instead it bounces away from the strings, something like this. And then for an upstroke, it's like this. And now if you expand this and try to apply this sloppy, inefficient motion to playing a scale, the picking hand will look something like this. And now compare that with much more efficient picking hand motion, where the pick moves in a much more straight path after each note. You can notice, by the way, that I'm using directional picking here, not strict alternate picking, and you can learn more about this technique and why I use it and why I recommend for you to use it as well in another video of mine on this topic that you can watch in an annotation. But anyway, getting back to the issue at hand, when you train your picking hand to move in this much more efficient way of having the pick move in a straight path instead of bouncing away from the strings, it will be very beneficial to your playing for two reasons. The first and the most obvious reason is that it's so much easier to build speed when your pick doesn't have to travel nearly as much for each note to produce the same sound. And the second reason is that if your pick is bouncing away from the strings like this, it's going to be much more difficult for you to keep your playing clean, since the pick is moving away from the strings in between notes, leaving the strings more exposed and free to ring out.
And the solution to this issue is actually quite simple. All you have to do, if you have this problem of the pick bouncing away from the strings, is number one, become aware of it by looking at your picking hand when you practice and observing what's happening. And number two, simply train your picking hand to not do this motion from now on. Instead, when you practice scales and scale sequences and just picking in general, practice making the pick motions in a more straight downward path and upward path when playing upstrokes. And as you do this over the course of several weeks and multiple practice sessions, you will notice that your playing is going to start to feel much easier than before. It'll be cleaner, it'll be more accurate, and your speed is going to increase as well. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button below to like the video. If you're not yet a subscriber, subscribe to the channel to get regular notifications of all my future videos about how to improve your guitar playing. And also go to my website, PracticeGuitarNow.com, where you can find a lot more videos like this one, a lot more articles and other resources that will help you to get much more from your practicing and guitar playing. Have fun practicing guitar, and I'll see you in the next video.